This is a very special bhajan. This is the window to the spiritual world. Like Krishna, how Krishna is playing in the field of Vraj, Vrindavan Dham, and how he is being handled by Mother Yashoda. He is loved by the gopis. And so this bhajan is, Srila Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, said it is a window to the spiritual world. So when you are chanting this bhajan in call and response, so Vrinda will sing one line and you can then respond it. Then you can transform yourself with the power of sound vibration to the spiritual world. Start Vrinda.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jayo Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yo Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravana Chari Yamuna Tiravana Chari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Aparna ji is one of the teachers of Vrinda. She is taught her.
Thank you.
Harmonium. And Rup Manohar Prabhu is teaching tabla to Mukunda.
Yes. All a team.
It is said behind every successful man there is a woman, right? So behind every successful performer also there is a guru, teacher. Because Arjuna is also there, behind Arjuna is Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita he is speaking. So therefore Arjuna was successful. Oh. Can I get one Bhagavad Gita? Srivatsa Prabhu. So thank you very much all of you for joining us today evening. It's a wonderful evening. All of you did such a wonderful Kirtan on Panduranga and so many different. So thank you so much. It was Kirtan is the Yoga Dharma of Kali Yuga. So we will also chant the Bhagavad Gita, discuss the Bhagavad Gita, understand it, how we can imbibe it into our life. So that is also Kirtan. Chanting the names of Lord, what He has spoken in the Bhagavad Gita. So we'll discuss that. But before that, we'll chant some prayers. So if you open to the introduction of this book, there is some prayers here. So you can probably open this. We will chant these prayers. These prayers are to invoke some blessings from Krishna, from our Guru Parampara, from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we'll open the introduction page, and then after seeking blessings, then we'll go through chapter 9. Probably 20-25 minutes, and then after that maybe we'll chant some japa, and then we'll have prasadam around 8 o'clock. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Gurau Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu bhayevicha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, we are so happy and grateful that all of you are here. So, every week we discuss one chapter of Bhagavad Gita here on Saturday. So right now we are on chapter 9, which is the most confidential knowledge. Guhyatamam. Guhyam, Guhyatamam, which is the most confidential knowledge. So we covered last time till around text 22. So we'll finish the whole chapter now. So generally we finish in one discussion, but this was little important. This is the most confidential knowledge, so we thought we'll spend some more time here. And we'll leave some time for question answer if there are any. So please chant with me this verse, text 22. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogashema vahamiham. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Purport. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day. Being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other service, cultivating friendship and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotee perfect in self-realization, so that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Shema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga, and when he fully becomes Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable conditioned life. So in this verse, Krishna is promising. Generally, Krishna, whatever he promises, he breaks his promise. Krishna is makhan chor. Krishna says, Maiya, maine hi makhan khayo. I didn't eat makhan, but still he is eating makhan. I will not eat Maiya makhan again, but still he is eating makhan. And Krishna said to Maiya that, Maiya, I didn't eat dirt. But Maiya said, open your mouth. He said, see the mouth. And the mouth, Maiya saw the whole universe, Virat Rupa. And then, before that, Maiya asked Balaram, did Krishna ate mud? Then Balaram said, yes. He said, he's lying. So Krishna is always, lying. So nobody will believe Krishna. So therefore, and also in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna promised what? I will not lift any weapon, right? But still, when Bhishma Pitama was there, what did he do? He picked the wheel of the broken chariot and he charged towards Bhishma, just like a lion charges towards an elephant. So he broke his promise. So very beautiful line on this pastime where Krishna is charging towards Bhishma Dev. You can chant after me, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Hare Murari, Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna, Govinda Govinda Mukunda Krishna, Govinda Govinda Rathanga Pane, Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, Govinda Govinda Rathanga Pane. Rathanga Pane means he took the anga of a ratha, which is the wheel of the chariot. To that Lord I pay my obeisances. Shri Govinda Bhagavan ki. Each of his activities becomes such a blissful, such a beautiful pastime. That is our Krishna. And so therefore Krishna in many places in Bhagavad Gita tells Arjun, you declare that my devotee will never perish. He doesn't say directly because sometimes people will not believe what Krishna is saying. So he tells Arjuna because Krishna keeps the promise of the devotees. So here Krishna is saying that to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Such a big promise. Whatever you have, Krishna will preserve it. And whatever you don't have, Krishna will give you. So if you go to Krishna, Krishna, I want this, that. So Krishna will give everything. Whatever he considered is good for us. Just like a child goes to a father. Father understands what is good for him. And Krishna also protects what we have. And what is the biggest thing that we have in our life? There are so many things we have in our life. Like we have our families, we have our relationships, we have wealth, right? So many different things are there. So, and then we also have our purpose in life. What is the purpose of human life? So Krishna always protects that consciousness, that faith that we have, that okay, what is most important for our life? Because our scripture says that the purpose of human life is Athato Brahma Jigyasa. What is that? To understand who I am. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Who am I? What is the purpose of my life? Why am I here? Am I here just to work 9 to 5, go to Walmart, pick up grocery and go to sleep? Okay, that is good. We have to do that and that is important. But apart from that, what else? What is the soul? Are we this body or are we this soul? If we are soul, what is our connection? What is the purpose of this soul? The soul always wants to be happy. Satchidananda. I was taking a walk with one of my friends. He's like 55 years old. He said, you know what? I feel very young. I asked him the question, do you know why you feel young? He said, no, I don't know. He said, because when you are a child, when you are born, when you are 5 year, 10 year, and now you're 55, the living force, the consciousness, the soul is still the same. The body cells are changing every 7 years according to science. But the consciousness is still the same. Srila Prabhupada also writes in the purport. So Srila Prabhupada at the age of 70 years, his deity is here. He came to America at the instruction of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And his only qualification was that he liked to hear his Guru speaking about Bhagavad Gita and scriptures. And his Guru gave him so much empowerment, so much blessings, that he came to the West and he made like 108 temples in couple of years, all over the world. Now all over the world we have like 700-800 temples. In America only around 60-70 temples. And when he came here, like 5,500 disciples, most of them were Americans. Who were, living on the street, hippies, and sometimes also great educated people also, like professors and scientists. And then he translated all these literature, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, into English language. Because most of them were in Sanskrit. So not everybody can understand. English is the language, is a door to the entire world. And your own native language is the door to the heart, right? Maybe you're Tamil or Telugu. So when you speak in that, it connects to the heart. But English is the door to the whole world. It connects the whole world together. So therefore, these were translated in English language. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya, so many scriptures Srila Prabhupada translated. So in this chapter later, Kṛṣṇa is next telling about that I will carry, do not worry. And then he's talking about different type of worshippers of Kṛṣṇa. So now he mentions about Devi Devta worship. So there are a lot of people who worship, so many Devi Devtas are there, So suppose somebody wants good health, they will worship sun god. If somebody wants knowledge, who will they worship? Can anyone tell? Saraswati. Whoever wants a nice spouse, who will they worship? Lakshmi is for money. Uma, like Gauri, Uma, wife of Shankar, they will worship that. Parvati, Uma. So which is, so many Devi Devta, people have different desires, they are worshipping Devi Devta. So Kṛṣṇa is saying, Ye api anya devta bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita te api mam eva kaunteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. Kṛṣṇa is saying, those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship me only. So whoever you are worshipping, Devi Devta, actually the worship goes to Kṛṣṇa only, because Kṛṣṇa is Ishvara Parama Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is like the CEO, the Prime Minister, President. All other are different department, health department, and ministry, finance department, education department. Everybody is handling all those departments. It's just like operating like a well-organized company. And Kṛṣṇa says, oh son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. They do not know. Avidhi purvakam. They do not know. So it's like bribe. So Prabhupada writes here that first before that he says it's like different parts of the body. So if you want to supply food to the whole body, what will you do? You supply to the stomach, right? If you think, the finger says, no, I just want to eat. Can it eat a gulab jamun or a sambar or idli? It cannot eat a finger. It has to go through the mouth, through the stomach, and then through the stomach, the nourishment will reach the entire body, right? So similarly, Kṛṣṇa is like the root of the tree. If you water the root, the entire tree gets nourished. It gets water. It gets nutrition. And then here it is said that one has to follow the laws made by the government, not by officers or directors. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bribe to the officer and directors is illegal. So that is stated as Avidhipur. In other words, Kṛṣṇa does not approve of the unnecessary worship of the demigods, but before also 7th chapter Kṛṣṇa explains about different worship, and based on desire people worship different Devi Devta, and Kṛṣṇa establishes faith of those devotees in those Devi Devta. And then Kṛṣṇa says, Aham hi sarva yajnana, I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifice. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down. And then Kṛṣṇa says about different type of worshippers. So there are different type of worshippers like Yanti Deva Vrita Devan, Pritte Yanti Prita Vrita, Bhutani Yanti Bhutija, Yanti Mam, Mam Api. Those who worship the demigods will take birth in the in the planet of the demigod. So Devi Devtas also have a planet. So like this is Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Swargloka, different planetary systems are there. So those who worship those Devi Devtas, they will go to that planet. And then those who worship Pitras or ancestors, so there is a Pitra Loka also. You have heard that? So they go to the Pitra Loka. And those who worship the ghosts and spirits, I hope nobody worships here ghosts and some people do worship, tantra, mantra and all those things. And it is actually true, it is there. And so they will take birth among such beings. And Krishna says, those who worship me, yanti madhyajano apimam, those who worship me come to my loka. What is the loka of Krishna? Where does Krishna live? Vaikuntha Loka, right? Rama, Krishna, Goloka, Vrindavan, Vaikuntha planet as a whole, it is said. So you will go there. So it's up to us. So if we take a flight ticket, then from say here to, you are going to Hawaii. If you take a flight ticket, so where will you reach? Will you go to San Francisco? No. Wherever the ticket is, you will reach there. Many people say, oh, all the path leads, everything leads to the same place. It's not like that. Whichever, like Krishna is saying, whoever you worship, that will be your destination. Right? So similarly in the life, Krishna has given us independence. Krishna is not forcing us anything actually. Yes, if you want to worship Devi Devta, it's up to you. That's okay. Krishna has given you independence. But it's just like Krishna never interferes you with anything. So just like this life, right? In this life, between B and D, which alphabet comes? C. B for birth and D for death. So what is C? Choice. It is your choice what you want to do. Yeah. So it is your choice whatever you want to do in this life. You have a choice to come to the temple, sing here, take nice prasadam, do some kirtan, or there are a lot of other C's on the Garnet Avenue. C for what? Clubs. So it's our choice. Krishna is not interfering. Krishna says, hey, where are you going to the club? Come out. No? Or where are you going to the temple? Because otherwise there will be no independence. Krishna wants us to come to him with our love, with our choice. Suppose somebody is forced to love you. How will you feel like that? Just love her. I mean, you will feel, oh, why are they loving me by force? I want them to love by their own will, free will. So Krishna is also a person. He also has emotions. He is Satchidananda, he is always blissful in Ananda. So he wants to see all of us happy, with whatever we are happy with. And therefore Krishna also accompanies us in our heart. Sarvasya chaham hridesani vishto. In the area of the heart, Krishna is there as the Paramatma, super soul. So he loves us so much. Always accompanies us. In this life, next life, whichever life we think. Krishna is always there. So we have the choice. Many times people say, oh, Bhagwan jab bulaenge tab mandir jaunga. Whenever Bhagwan calls me through the temple, only then I will come. So we should ask them, did Bhagwan call you to the restaurant or to the movie theater? And why are you going there? So one end is, yes, whatever is happening, not a blade of grass moves according to Krishna's direction, So we say, oh, I probably passed through Garnet Avenue, so Krishna wants it, because nothing happens without Krishna's permission. So I am here, it means Krishna wants me to go there. That is one extreme, and that everything is happening. And second extreme is, we think, no, I am doing everything. Everything has to go according to me. But we should understand, Krishna has given us discrimination, the intelligence to see what is right, what is wrong, so that we can understand what the Shastra is telling, what our Guru is telling. That is why there is so much importance made for Guru. We should have a Guru who can actually guide us. And the Shastra, scripture can instruct us in our life, what is the right path. Otherwise, our mind will cheat us, Because mind just want to do whatever is easy for us, just do it, Wherever you get just some enjoyment, temporary pleasure of the body or for the senses or for the mind or intellect. But it can only make us happy for some time, temporarily. But when we do whatever is coming from the scripture through the Shastra sadhu, then we can actually connect to ourselves, to the Lord, and then we can be happy. That is permanent happiness, that remains with us. Then we can grow in our spiritual life. So, yes, next verse is also very, very popular, very famous. So let's chant this verse 26. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadam bhakti upartam ashnami prayatatmana. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it. So Krishna is saying patram pushpam phalam toyam. He is not saying andam chickenam muttonam. One of my friends, he's a PhD from Carnegie Mellon. He said, hey, show me in Bhagavad Gita, where does Krishna say you cannot eat non-veg? He's a Pandit from India. Nowadays even Brahmins are saying, I'll do everything. Where is it written in Bhagavad Gita? Then I showed him this and some other, 16, 17 chapter, Krishna mentions about 3 kind of food, mode of goodness, passion, ignorance, Then he was little bit satisfied, not fully satisfied. So yeah, Krishna is saying to offer with love and devotion. That is the most important ingredient, Duryodhan offered 56 bhoga to Krishna. Krishna, please come to my house and eat. And Krishna refused. Krishna went to whose house? Vidur ghar khayo, right? So he went to Vidur and what did he eat? Vidur's wife was, looking at him. She's such a devotee of Krishna, is so beautiful. And then she was removing the peel of the banana and throwing the banana and feeding the banana peel. And Krishna was eating it because it had love and devotion. So the most important ingredient is love and devotion. Murkha vadati Vishnaye, dhira vadati Vishnayam, obhertu samyam punyam, bhavagrahi janardhana. Krishna is bhavagrahi. Krishna does not look at your action. Krishna looks at the intention. Why have you cooked? Have you cooked to show everybody I am such a great cook? Or have you cooked for love for Krishna? Same for anything we do in life. Am I speaking so that I can be, famous, I can be glorified? Or am I speaking for glorification of Krishna? Or am I speaking so that, to share this message with all of you? So the most important thing is the bhava, because Krishna is in the heart. He knows, what you are doing, what is in your mind. Nobody else knows, right? So we can cheat others, we cannot cheat Krishna. Suppose you go to a doctor and doctor is looking at you, and in the mind you are probably thinking, oh, how beautiful is doctor's wife or the nurse. The doctor doesn't know that, but Krishna knows what you are thinking. So most important thing is bhakti, love and devotion. Whatever we do for Krishna, whether we are cooking, we are doing anything, where we are in job or taking care of kids or whatever activity we are doing. So that is the most important thing. Vegetables, grains, fruits, milk and water are the proper food for human beings and are prescribed by Lord Krishna himself. Whatever else we eat cannot be offered to him, hence he will not accept it. So, and World Health Organization has done a research that the main cause of heart attack and cancer is what? Meat. Because it has carcinogens, it causes blockage and all those things. So they found there are 3 reasons: curry, hurry and worry. Curry is this non-vegetarian food. Hurry, everybody is in hurry. They don't have time for themselves and children or anybody else, or even for themselves. And then worry, they are always in anxiety. What will happen or what has happened in the past, not in the present. And therefore when we chant this Mahamantra, like we were chanting the bhajan, you were singing and everybody was, so we were in the present, we were listening to the bhajan kirtan. So we are in the present. We forgot everything. Similarly, many times we have a standing kirtan, we dance, so we forget what is happening in the world. What the boss told me, or what my spouse fought over me, or what my kid doesn't listen to me. We forget everything. We are always, we are in ecstasy, we are in happiness. And that is the nature of the soul, to always be happy. Yes, all these difficulties, these challenges will be there. But what we have to do, we have to deal with these things. And we have to focus on what is important for us. There is a tree in one of our temples, all in Mumbai, surrounded by all the buildings. There is no sunlight. And the tree is growing like this, and this. Can anyone tell the reason why it is growing like this? Yes, it is looking for the sunlight. Wherever the sunlight is there, it is growing there. Yes, there may be challenges because of our own mind, our own health, because of others, because of so many different circumstances. But we have to continue to grow like that tree in the direction where we can be happy, we can find purpose in life, we can contribute to ourselves, to the society, and lead a meaningful life full of integrity and honesty, where we can be an example, for everyone. Many times in this world we say that people should love people, that is the way, and people should use things. But nowadays what is happening, people love things and they use people to get those things. Right? So it is very important that we focus our GPS in that direction. And there may be distractions, but the GPS reroutes and brings us to the right path. In Ramayana also there was, Lord Ram has to go through so many challenges. Can you imagine, he's the king of Ayodhya, he has to go to exile with Mother Sita, and Mother Sita also went with him. Mother Sita didn't say, okay, when you come after 14 years, you tell me, I'll be relaxing in the mahal, having nice, luxurious food and bed and everything. Mother Sita said, no, I will accompany you. Because my father, Janak Maharaj, has made a promise that you should stay always with Lord Ram. And if I do not go, I'll prove my father to be a liar. Because my father told me to always be with you. Whether it is happy time or sad time. So Lord Ram has to face so much, fight so many demons in the Dandakarana forest and, in Sri Lanka. So much challenges he has to face for 14 years. So yes, all these challenges will be there for us, but we must keep the compass of our life focused on these scriptures, in the association of people who are like-minded, saintly people who are, their priorities to lead a life focused on these principles. And remember the ABCD. A for association, which is the most important thing, Satsanga, ABCD. A is for association. An iron rod can become red hot like a fire when put in a fire. It can acquire those qualities. Similarly, if you are associating with somebody who has some bad qualities, then probably you will acquire very soon. It's just a matter of time. B for book reading. You should read the Bhagavad Gita. As Indians, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told, Bharat bhumi te janma hoilo yar, karo sarthak, karo paropkar. So we are born in India, most of us here. So it is our duty to understand these scriptures. It is not enough to be born in a Brahmin family. Sorry to say that. One of our friends says, oh, I am born in a Brahmin family. I don't need to do anything. I am very much qualified. And I said, okay, good. But what can a doctor's son become a doctor by itself? They have to also give the examination, get a MBBS, whatever medical degree, only then they can become. So this distinction is Krishna has made on Guna and Karma. Varna ashram is divided on Guna and Karma. If you are born in a Brahmin family, if you are not following these principles, are you qualified to be called a Brahmin? No. You have to have those qualities and the karma that Krishna is telling us in the scriptures. So, therefore, it is very important to read these Shastras and also transform. These are not just meant to show off. Okay, I can chant 100 Sanskrit verses of Bhagavad Gita. Oh, very good. You memorize it very nicely. But have you understood it? Have you imbibed it? Are you living with those verses? Because the purpose of these scriptures is not to just memorize, it is to transform you. What is your behavior? How are you dealing with everyone? How you deal with difficult situations? Srila Prabhupada says the greatness of a person can be determined by how he reacts in provoking situations. In happy situations, everybody is happy, yes, very nice. But when challenges come, then how you react and respond, that is the test of a great person. Like Gajendra, Dhruv Maharaj, Kunti Maharani, Pandavas, so much difficulty they have to go through poisonous cake and burning their house and, so many different things. Draupadi, that is the greatness of a person. C for chanting. B, A is for what? B for? C for chanting. So we are doing the Kirtan and we'll also chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is the Mahamantra, which is the chanting of the holy names of Krishna. So this is from Kali Santarana Upanishad. This is not a mantra of particular organization. It is coming from the Shastras. And it is a 16-word mantra coming from the spiritual world, from the scriptures. For Kali Yuga, it is said, Kali Kale Naam Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna is incarnated in the Kali Yuga in form of his names. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is from the scriptures, which is given by Brahmaji to Narad Muni. Iti Shodshakam Nam Kali Kalmash Nashanam Natar Parataropaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So Brahmaji is saying, I have seen all the scriptures, there is no better mantra than this to surpass the difficulties of this Kali Yuga. Because Kali Yuga is full of what? Kala Yuga, Kala, hypocrisy and quarrel. For every small thing there is so much of quarrel. If I just say something to somebody, they are getting mad. So therefore, for this mantra will protect us and also give us the love for Krishna, for which the soul is always hankering. Because we are trying so many different things, we are not feeling happy. We are feeling like empty. But when we chant this mantra, we feel that satisfaction, we feel that peace, we get that spiritual punya, we get that love for Krishna also. Everything is there in this mantra. And D is for diet. Food is very important. Today I was watching a video, there are 5 zones in the world where people live beyond 100 years. Have you seen, those zones? What are those called? Blue zones. Blue zones. One of them is in California. Which location is that? San Bernard, somewhere nearby. So you can, if you want, you can go and drive there and check it out, if you don't believe me what I am saying. So it was researched that these people in these 5 blue zones are eating plant slant. What is plant slant? Plant-based diet, like legumes, grains, fruits, vegetables, all those things. That is one of the reasons, of course, and they are happy, they are together, they are cooperating with each other, there is a nice social network. So all those things are also there. So diet is so important for us. Diet impacts our mind also. Diet purifies our senses. So these are the 4 ABCDs. So we can just follow these, then our life will be successful, we will be happy, whatever we are doing, the purpose of life. Yes, we can continue with our duties, our job, profession, whatever we are doing, but at the same time we just imbibe all these things, we will be very happy. So this is what Krishna is telling us. He has come to invite us to the spiritual world so that we can make the best of this human life. Because animals cannot understand that. Because humans are given with higher intelligence, discriminating power. Animals cannot do that. So if we are different from animals, let us take this opportunity and make the best use of the bad bargain. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, God.
Thank you.
It was very enlightening. Chapter-9
Thank you.
discussion. We will continue next Saturday.
Yes, Rohit. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Chanting me? Okay. Now we will have prasadam. Outside it will be served. And 8:15 there will be again darshan and kirtan will be there for 15 minutes, 8:15 to 8:30. Thank you so much again for coming. And does anyone has any questions? You can ask. Others can go out for prasadam if anybody has any question. Yes. You can take mic. Oh, you have question? Okay. Any comments you want? What did you like? Just one liner. Everybody can say one.
You put me on the spot, sir. So, but yeah, okay. What I liked is the ABCD because
ABCD. Okay.
I keep thinking of things for myself and for what I do for a living and for my kids. I think that's really nice. Accomplishment. No, what is the first one?
Association.
Association. Very important.
Accomplishment is also nice one.
Yeah, but probably that comes with desire. So if desire is not good, accomplishment is not. But anyway, association is very necessary. We were talking about that as we grow older. It's very hard to find like-minded people.
Yes.
I like to believe I'm very likable, but it's very hard to find people who are like us. Okay?
Yeah.
And then I like the ABCD and. Chanting, I remember. Determination, no. Diet. Very important about the people who live in those blue zones who live for a long time. I forgot B.
San Bernardino.
No, B, A, B, C, D. This is not a test, book read. Oh, no. I remembered my older daughter because she's always reading. So that's really nice. I love to read. So I'm going to think about that.
Nice.
Thank you.
So
very
much. Lively
in this. This is not a test, no? This is not.
No. Just your thoughts. Whatever.
Okay, thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice.
Any other you want to speak something?
And your kids sing beautifully.
Thank you.
So much bhavam. I remembered bhavam. It's very nice.
Yeah, my wife has also put a lot of effort, so I don't want to take her credit. So.
Yeah. They sing beautifully.
She's dressing the deities. I'll introduce you after.
Both the boy. I was remembering maybe Vamsi was like him. I was thinking. I don't know. Nice. I'm thinking. I've not seen him when he was that age.
Yeah, Vamsi also played very nice stuff. What is that called? Mridangam?
Mridangam.
Yeah. Very nice.
I wish your family the very best. Thank you for everything you do.
Same to you.
Surajji,
please speak. Next, yeah. Just one or two lines you can speak. Yeah.
It was very nice. Actually, it's very new for me to listen about Gita actually, and you explained it in such a way that even it was very easy to understand. And the fact is, as you said, ultimately everything goes to Krishna.
Correct.
Yeah, yes. That was a beautiful part.
So do you have this Bhagavad Gita at home?
Yeah.
Okay, then read it. Read it with kids,
Yeah.
Read all the books, sir. We'll go to
No, especially this book, somebody needs to explain it to understand better. That's what I feel.
Exactly, yeah.
It is not as easy as reading any other book.
Yes, that's why we are doing like chapter-wise here every Saturday.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can join whenever you have time. Otherwise, at home also you can read.
Thank you, and best wishes to your family.
Thank you. Same to you and your family. Oh, PhD. Oh, nice. You have to hear. Yes. PhD from here or India? Where did you do?
India.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, what I like is happiness is within you.
Yes.
So whatever is outside is temporary. So find always or turn inside. So when you are in any confusion, and Krishna is in your heart.
Exactly. Ah, see, already.
Very beautiful dancer is here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, she dances beautifully.
Does she dance on Janmashtami here? Every Janmashtami we have performance. So I see.
Wishes and all of your wishes are
Oh, very nice. Congratulations. Yeah, you can, if you want to perform sometimes here, you can let us know. You can also perform here.
Okay.
Saturday. And we had drama also. On Ram Navami, we had Lord Rama's birth drama also. So there were some performers who danced also. So keep in touch. If you want, you can dance sometimes. Yeah. You want to speak something? You have any question?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Satya Yoga was the first yoga, right?
Yeah.
So how long ago was that?
Yes. So basically there are 4 yugas. So Kali Yuga is 432,000 years, right? And the previous yuga was which one? Dwapar Yuga. Dwapar was double of that, 864, right? And then before that was Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga is how much? 1, 2, 3x. 3 times 432, which is 1,200,000 something. Correct? So Ramayana happened around that time, in the Treta Yuga. And then 4x means 4 times 432. That is the Sati Yuga. So around 1.6 or 1.7. Right? So if you add all of them, 4 plus 8 is how much? 12 plus 12 is 24. So 2.4 it ended, and 24 plus, how much was that? 17. Yeah, so around 4 million kind of years. That
Okay.
was Satyuga.
That's all I have. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
there are a lot of studies like fossil studies and scientific proofs. You would know that radioactive carbon dating. So have you gone to Balboa Park History Science Museum? They have researched on the presence of dinosaurs, and they say that dinosaurs were present like 20 million years and 200 million. So they have found till that time, And whatever we are speaking, like astrologically, when Mahabharata happened, Ramayana happened, there are some shlokas which tell about the constellation position of the star. So you can compute that actually it happened that time. And there are still some places like Dwarka, the whole city is submerged in water. And now our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he made a submarine. You can go inside and actually see that. Archaeological Survey of India has proved that yes, these are 5,000 years old. Right? So astrologically, scientifically, scripturally, we are looking at the Shabda Pramana. Because seeing is not everything. Can you see the Wi-Fi signals here? No. We have limited understanding. So there are 3 ways. There is a branch of study called epistemology. How you gain knowledge. One is by seeing, which is not perfect because of our imperfect senses. Can you hear a dog below 20 hertz? You cannot hear that. Shabda Pramana, Prataksh Pramana, which is seeing. Second is Anuman Pramana, by inference. So that is also not 100% true. Third is by Shabda Pramana. What is coming through the authoritative scriptures, that is considered to be the most authoritative and correct. So scriptures said cow dung is antiseptic. And now we are researching. It's in 5,000 years back, Srimad Bhagavatam it is written. And now science is finding, yes, cow dung is so useful. Cow milk, cow products are so useful. Right? Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, you see, there is 18 Puranas. Srimad Bhagavatam says how the time is computed, atomic time. If you calculate that time, that is based on the oscillation of the atom. So we rely on the Shabda Pramana on this. I won't stop you from, your samar is waiting, so we'll discuss. Yeah, we'll discuss. Diet is most important. So while you are eating, we can discuss more. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.